Hello, hope you're doing well. We finally moved into our long-term apartment now. It's finished being built, which is why I can see a new background and not some wash basket behind me. I'm just going to deep dive into this pretty much and almost shoot from the hip and ramble a little bit. Hopefully, it makes some kind of sense to you and just helps me let it out, really. But I've been thinking to myself a little bit for the past few days about the kind of content that I want to make and the style I want to do, such as video lengths or how it's going to be put together, the production kind of stuff. And ultimately, of course, I want to balance it out both for you, the viewers' entertainment, and for keeping the game fun for myself. So, with the change up recently that I made, having like shorter videos and a bit more snappy, and like whizzing through everything and showing you relevant information and game recaps, I kind of enjoyed that. But for me personally, especially being new to all this, I think it's taken up a lot more of my time than it would if I did this in, say, a year ago with more experience of editing. And sometimes you just want to smash through the game, smash through a season, half a season, or whatever. And sometimes you just don't have enough time to put things together and think about, oh, should this be in the video? Should that be in the video? And sometimes you get to a point, like I say, I'm new again, so it's all teething problems. But it's like I will play the game and I might be sat on something for like 2 minutes just trying to think about whether it's actually going to be in the video, make the cut, whether it's irrelevant enough or if there's something I should do with it in something in the future. And like I say, sometimes if I want to record something like youth intake, for example, I might want to talk through that youth intake there and then live, and especially if it's late at night or if I don't really have that long and I just want to get a few games in, then it's not the best for me because it's like I have to get it done there and then. I mean, it's part of the whole content creation kind of stuff. I know, I get that, but this is just sort of my thoughts at the moment. I just want to sort of get it out there, which plenty of people have been through this before and have way more experience. And if you know anything which can help with all that, let me know down below. I don't know what I'm getting at here, but ultimately, I want to try and find a way to enjoy the game for myself and kind of bring you along that journey and have a good story and make something almost from the ground up or some kind of narrative for us to enjoy. I do think one thing that I need to work on for myself is time management and being ahead with videos because right now I have the forest video to be done in 2 days for release, which is plenty of time. And I mean, I'd get it done, not a problem. But I also then have that in the back of my mind that I need to be hurrying up. I'm not quite yet where I want to be to get that video up. I've not even started editing or anything like that. So I don't think it would necessarily be one of the best videos that I'd do. But for me personally, I'm not a massive fan of doing like big clubs like Save Forest, for example, for this save. It might be my team, but it's in the Prem. And I think when you're in the Prem, you have like the backroom stuff. At least, again, like for me to be really invested into a save, it's like I have to have the backroom that I want to have. I want to have like, the youth setup sorted. I want to have like that formation. I want to have like a whole ideology and style of play. Running both with the first team, the reserves, the youth, all that kind of stuff. And when you're in the Prem or have like quite a massive squad in terms of first team, youth, and all that kind of stuff, it's just it kind of takes the fun away from it. And it's like if you did that with a second or third division side, you don't really have the quality in the youths, and it's like you don't necessarily even have the quality in the first team. So it's like you can make all them cuts season one, season two, and then really sort of make it into your team. And I feel like with bigger clubs, or Premier League clubs, or first division clubs, you can call it, I think it's too big, especially for like a short series like this. Like I know it's in the beta, but it's too short a time to do all that if you want to like at least have a few videos a season. I think right now we're on like 4 or 5 or something for this Forest season, and there's probably still like 1 or 2 more to go. But I think with that being said, because I'm starting to fall out of this Forest save a little bit, and I just don't want to put stuff out there which isn't going to be good enough, that I know I'm going to look in like a week after release and say, why did I release that? It's not good enough. There's not as much like fun or desire from me, which would then obviously rub off on the video, and it just makes it poor content that you won't really want to watch. So I think what I'm going to do, I mean, it's only a beta save anyway, I mean, the beta's all about trying to find the new things about the game and like new formations and like just playing around and having fun. So I think what I'm going to do is I might switch to almost like a little bit like a rebuild kind of setup. So it's not exactly like one video or like 2-3 videos a week or whatever, but it's more like I might drop in halfway through the season. Maybe by the end of the season, I'll drop in like a bit more sporadic, but it's like in them videos, I can just sort of they'll be of course a bit longer than the 3.5 minute ones that I've been releasing right now, but I can kind of like timestamp it and just sort of whiz through like finances, the youths, the formation we were using, how games have been going, and kind of like get you on board with the whole idea and try and make the narrative up. But what I think I'll do is I think I'll take a few days to find a save that I'm going to enjoy, because then ultimately it should be much better content for everyone. And then probably ride it out until and probably ride it out for a couple of weeks, like a couple of seasons, and then we'll get onto the TPS save, because I don't want to start that on the day on. I don't want to start that necessarily on release day, but I think I'm scheduled to have it like a couple of weeks after release. So I think it's a good time to smash through a couple of seasons with like a lower league club or someone who can get to like the top division and be in amongst it within the first couple of seasons to experiment more with the game. And then we'll get onto the TPS save, and then from there on out, it should be plain sailing. We should have everything down that I want to. The time management and editing and all that kind of stuff should be much more improved from my side, at least, to help with that workload. And I think I'll also enjoy the game much more from there on. But yeah, I think that's everything that I wanted to say. Like I say, it's been ramblings of a madman. If you've lasted this long in the video, I take my hat off to you if I was wearing one. But thank you for listening. I hope you have a great evening. And I know it's bonfire night in the UK tonight, so if you're celebrating that and out and about, then make sure you stay safe. As for me, I'm out.